The captains are out with the referee Paul McCaughey, and as you say, the toss has been taken. The referee just laying down a few more laws. Paul from Westmeath with Sarah Jane Winders, number 3 from Wicklow. She's been captain for 5 years. And for Offaly, it's number 11, Michelle Mann. Very different story in Offaly in terms of personnel and captains and even managers. Big turnover there. And they, in fact, are on their 3rd manager this year. So a lot of change there. Just looking at the number, actually, it's number 11 on Michelle's back. It's the way it's fluttering there. It looked like it might have been 10, but no, it is 11. She is the number 11 for Offaly, and number 3, as you see there, Sarah Jane. So it's the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship Relegation Playoff, and it's the final playoff, and it is the number 10, actually. It's the number 10 who went up and took the toss, and that is Marie Byrne, actually. So I don't know why she took the toss and not the number 11, the captain. Maybe she's the vice captain, and maybe she got to take the toss and she's gone over to tell the management. There is a breeze going from left to right, maybe going over to the far corner in that direction, of the direction of where you're looking at now exactly. So a little bit of advantage, I think, if you're playing from left to right. So it's available on LGFA Facebook and YouTube, and you're very welcome to leave a comment there as we progress. I've already checked and put a little mention on there on those, so feel free to mention or message or comment as we progress. I know there'll be a lot of people watching this one from abroad because, well, in personnel wise, in terms of Offaly, 2 or 3 of their players at least are in Australia. Big turnover, as I say, in recent years. The Offaly team quite unrecognisable to the likes of myself from the last time we did them. They haven't won for over a year. We saw them draw with Monaghan a year ago. Their last win was actually over Wicklow, and that's the Wicklow team out there, and there's their manager coming out of it there. That's Brian McSorley. Brian is actually a Tyrone man from Castledurg, which, if you know your Tyrone, is over by the Donegal border. We did Tyrone last week, of course, against Fermanagh. Brian down here in this part of the world managing Wicklow. He's now with the St Patrick's Club down there, and he's got Kevin Gill with him. He'd be a brother of Tommy, who would have won a championship with Rathnew, and they, of course, are much changed themselves really from the 2021 All-Ireland Junior Championship success, but they are in danger of going back down to junior. So this the last chance saloon for them today. The survivors from 2021 is Sarah Jane, Helena Dowling, Lucy Dunn and Sinead McGettigan. Sinead will be 14. Sisters Niamh and Rena, of course, great servants to the county. And maybe we'll have a look at the teams. We're only 5 minutes away from the start of the game here at the Carlow Centre of Excellence in Fina. New venue for us to be covering the game at. Leinster Derby, of course. So Offaly with Enda Dunn from Clara, the 3rd manager this year. He took over for the first game in Leinster when they played Wicklow, lost by 8 points that day. And as I say, they are without a win in a year. The team looking down at there, as I say, a lot of girls you may not recognise. There's no Amy Gavin Mangan, she's with North Melbourne. There's no Ellie McAvoy, she's going to Australia as well. No Kate Kenny, of course, she's in Australia. No Roisin Egan or Grania Egan. No Roisin Ennis either. But a chance for these young girls to shine and make a bit of a name for themselves today. The number 10 who took the toss, Marie Byrne, actually plays her club football unleashed with St Conleth's. Apart from that, you have the likes of Sarah Doyle there at number 15, or is it Sarah Doyle? She scored an early goal against Wicklow in that game I was talking about in Leinster in the Intermediate Championship there. Although Wicklow did win that in the end by 5, she scored an early goal in the first few minutes, who could do with a good start again today. Elsewhere, up the middle, well, you have Niamh Glacken from Shamrocks at number 3, Caitlin Flynn at 6, Abby Stafford at number 14 from Road, and there's quite a few from Road on that team, including the goalkeeper Lauren Dunn, and then you've quite a few as well from Niamh Kieran, including the number 2 Nicole Buckley. Right, let's go on and look at Wicklow then. And the goalkeeper there is Ellen Griffin at number 2. I know number 5 is definitely not starting. I don't know who's in for her, but unfortunately Ciara Wafer did her ACL just on Thursday night, so disappointing obviously for Wicklow and devastating for Ciara, so our best wishes go to her. Real blow there for Ciara to do her ACL at that time with this big game today, just a few days away, and completely on the opposite side of the emotions. Number 10, Niamh Cullen, got engaged last night to Craig Maguire, a Wicklow player. So that just last night, and she's here today, the number 10 for Wicklow, to play today. And there are big changes in Wicklow as well, but also some names you will recognise, like Helena Dowling, as I say, and Sinead McGettigan, and Lucy Dunn at number 7 from St Patrick's, and Saoirse O'Reilly, also from the same club, St Patrick's. She's a lieutenant in the army. And who else can I tell you? But, well, you know, number 6, Shanna Gutland. We've followed her with Tina Healy over the last few years. They've been good at club level, and Aoife Gorman from that club as well. And then the subs, an interesting name there. Number 17, Emily Rose O'Toole from Blessington. She was the minor captain in 2022 when they won Leinster and got to the All-Ireland final. And she's coming through now. She's in the subs, might get some game time today. And number 26, Nessa McGillicuddy, and she is a minor this year, and she has Kerry roots, by the way. So those the teams, and Offaly out there getting a team talk. Can they finally win a game today? What a day this would be to win. And they, as I say, have not won since just over a year ago. And it was actually June the 30th they had a relegation playoff, not the final playoff like today, but the previous one, and they actually beat Wicklow in Cretyard. So that was their last win, was over Wicklow, and it was 3-11 to 10 points, but they had a lot of their best players for that one. Much tougher today, much changed, and as I say, missing some of the big names that we would associate Offaly with over the last few years. So a tough ask for them today. Excuse me. In the league, Offaly had 7 losses. Doesn't read well, this, I'm sorry, but 7 losses, 28 goals against, 82 points against. That's an average of about 4-11, 4-12 per game. And 4, they were only scoring 1-5. So the average scoreline in the National League was 4-12 to 1-5. And the championship didn't turn out too much better for Offaly. Beaten by Clare 5-12 2-6, beaten by Wexford 3-10 to 2 points, and then beaten by Down in the last playoff 1-12 to 4. So not good times at the minute for Offaly, but maybe, as I say, they can turn it round today, and what a day it would be to do it. As for Wicklow, well, in the league they had 3 wins. They beat the likes of Derry and Kilkenny, but they also beat Longford. And some of the results and some of the scorelines not quite as heavy or one-sided. And then they had that win over Offaly in the Leinster Championship, then lost to Laois 3-11 to 5 points. And in the All-Ireland Series, they lost to Cavan 120 to just 4 points. But then they had a win over Monaghan, was a bit of a surprise, 111 to 110. And then against Roscommon, the last day, they lost 313 to 1-9. Previous between these teams, 2024, as I say, and 2023, they met in Baltinglass, and Wicklow won that day 2-9 to 13. And 2022 Intermediate Championship, Wicklow won that one 4-7 to 111. But they had that good win Offaly last year, and that one was in Cretyard. So nearly ready to go. It is do or die. Loser goes down to the Junior Championship. The winner stays up in Senior. The referee is Paul McCahey. Ray McBride is the standby, and Mags Doherty and Frank Wade on the lines. This is the number 6, Gotland. She seems to have started at midfield, and it's Wicklow in the white jerseys against Offaly in their traditional colours. They get that sideline, and they're looking for Saoirse McGuinness, and she indeed comes out and gets it and slips it to Anita Watkins. This is Tierney, Eva May Tierney, and she boots it forward. So Offaly playing with that bit of a breeze, and you can see it carrying the ball a little bit faster, and it bounced off the surface, which is firm. And the effort from Emma Hand, that's a decent effort. And Offaly, well, they're in an unusual place for them. They're in the lead, 1 point to no score, and it took about 40 seconds, and it was well worked as well. Good ball into the forwards, and Hand finished it extremely well. See number 18 out there, that's Isabel Lou Lyons for Offaly. So she started the game, and they get another chance here, and it's Emma Hand again, and she supplies it in this time, and it's Sarah Doyle. When she got a goal the last time early on, she's going for it again, and I do believe she's done it again. Wow. Well, in the Leinster Championship, they got a goal early on from Sarah Doyle, and she's done the same thing. And what a start it is for Offaly. 1-1, and we're only playing a minute and 20 seconds. Well, Wicklow can't say they weren't warned about her. She's done it again. So what a start. That is a surprise. Kick out looking for Goatland, and finds her perfectly. Really good kick out from Ellen Griffin. And the ball transferred now down to the corner. And it is the number 7 all the way down there, Lucy Dunn, playing very much in the forwards despite wearing number 7 and showing good pace as well. Loses control and a hand in there, but there'd been a foul just before that, so a free in for Wicklow as they try to recover from the shock of conceding a goal and a point within a minute and 20 seconds. And the breeze really has picked up here because our monitor is just blowing over. It's that strong, it's knocked over a television monitor, and I'm just trying to get it back up. I'm not able to, so I'll just leave it. But it shows you the breeze. The breeze just picked up really strongly there for a moment. And the kick now comes in from McGettigan, and has that gone inside the post? It has, really nicely taken, and that was hard to judge with the breeze because it wasn't going in her favour at all, but she got it over and gets her team on the board. 1-1 to a point, and they needed that. But Offaly boosted by that goal. Off they come again in attack. Jane Maher's number 4. And you can tell they're enjoying the start of this game and being in this unusual position for them. They all want the ball. That's Saoirse McGuinness. And this is where they put the ball rather quickly into the forwards, and this time they've measured it and they're just building slowly. And this is sensible play. Everybody wanting the ball. McGuinness again involved. Good leadership from her. And now they're just being patient. That's Doyle who got the goal, I think. Number 15 over in that far corner. And they'll come back out to Marie Byrne. And Byrne, off she goes. And the referee again is going to bring that one back. He'd give an advantage and now will bring it back. Byrne comes over to take it. As I said at the start, or before the start, she's playing club football in Laois with St Conlas and has been for quite some time. This is Lacken. And the word is keep it, and they are doing that very sensibly, Offaly, waiting for the opportunity. And I see 1 or 2 Wicklow players sitting in there in the +1 position. Goatland is in there. She's waiting, and that's why Offaly aren't just putting it in there aimlessly. They wait, and then they get a good ball in, and Maher put it in, and this is Maher again, and Jane Maher leaves it off in the chance, and it's slashed over the bar by Lyons, and that's a really good score as well. Really well worked, really good patience, and it's hard to believe, to be honest, that this Offaly team is in the position they are in, because they've made an excellent start. They've scored a goal and 2 points, and they've been playing with a lot of confidence. Griffin changes direction this time, but she's got a really good dig on that boot, and that's beautifully played to Goatland, and that's twice she's had really good kickouts. That's slipped through the number 20, I think it is, Niamh O'Brien for Wicklow. Was waiting to see who the replacement on the team was for the injured wafer, and it seems to be number 20, Niamh O'Brien. Bit of a moving around. You see the 20 in the shot there, actually. She's now back in defence. But still, it is hand persisting for Offaly and playing very well so far. And this is Niamh Cullen, and Niamh with the shot and going for goal, but easily enough saved on that occasion by the goalkeeper Griffin. In fact, it was Marie Byrne, of course, who got the shot. I got my number 10s mixed up there, sorry. This is Anne-Marie Keegan, midfield for Wicklow. On this side, she has O'Brien and has carried the ball really strongly through the challenge to get it to O'Brien. O'Brien just sensibly holding the ball up. Solo on the right, pass on the left, and that's a good one down to Sinead McGettigan, who got their only score so far from a free. And she has been patient as well as Offaly get players back. And for the game, I was expecting Wicklow to win this, but it's made it a little bit interesting now that Offaly have started so well. This is Sarah Evans for Wicklow. She bursts through a challenge and goes for her shot, but just puts it to the left and wide. And you can just tell the difference in the teams at the minute. Wicklow were just snatching a little bit of things, trying to force it, and they are playing into the breeze, and they have conceded 1-2 to a point, so not going according to the plan that we expected. And the Offaly players all coming looking for it, as you see, and making the right decisions. This is good from their number 12 McGuinness, who's been involved a lot, and that's good link play by her to get it. She gets it with Lacken, a little 1-2, and she is really busy, isn't she? Really lively in there, but that has been turned over, and Niamh Cullen has it for Wicklow. The referee just holding it up for a second. Now, what's this about? She's been sent over to the line here. I think. Is this an issue with a gum shield or something possibly? Niamh coming over to the side, and yeah, the gum shield is down the sock, so she has to go to the sideline and put it in and then wait for permission to get back in again. Paul McCaughey spotting that one. Shauna Byrne now for Wicklow. Gives it back to Michelle Renahan. This is Gorman. And Gorman, Stormin Gorman, tries to go through the middle, but her way is blocked, and Offaly being very careful not to foul, but Gorman still persisting and now does get her free. And now Cullen is allowed back on the field. Offaly management to my right questioning that decision. 7 minutes in, and they're a little bit irate. They're anxious, shall we say. They've made a good start, and that one just goes off the post and just manages to get over the bar. Second point for Wicklow is 4-2. 8 minutes gone. The goalkeeper Ellen Griffin goes short again and finds Anne-Marie Keegan this time. The kickouts have generally found an Offaly player, if not all, of the kickouts, but it breaks down, and Wicklow just starting to get a little bit of control on the game. And this is Renahan again from the Kilbride club. Good progress by her, but I think that's McGuinness working to try and stop her. Was it McGuinness? She's working extremely hard, as I say. No, this is McGuinness now, the number 12. Actually, it might have been the number 2. It might have been maybe Nicole Buckley back there who got the challenge in. I think it was actually. Good work in defence. Now the ball in, and this has been a dangerous ball for Offaly. It worked earlier on for the goal, and she's taken it, Emma Hand, two-handed, laid it off beautifully as well, and Doyle's in again, maybe for a second goal, puts it onto the keeper, and it is 2 goals for Offaly, and it's 2 goals for Doyle. It's 2 goals for Doyle. I can't even say that. 2 goals for Doyle, and they have really shocked Wicklow early in this game. Wow, 2 points, and remember, Offaly have not won a game in over a year, and they have lost every single game this year by, well, quite a margin, and here they are leading by 6 points against Wicklow. It's brought a certain energy to this game, shall we say, and Wicklow need to respond. It's early days, but certainly the tactic of putting the ball in high has worked, and Wicklow have been found wanting in there, because Emma Hand has been excellent and good vision and laid it off, and Doyle, you could tell she got the earlier goal. She had the confidence to take her time and pick her spot and put it onto the keeper. It was really good finishing. Another one put in there, and it's another really good accurate ball, and had to be because there's a lot of Wicklow defenders back, and she now goes for her score, and well, she's maybe better getting the goals than the points. Maybe it was a breeze, carried it a little bit, but as I say, the ball in so accurate to get beyond the +1. And that has been key so far for Offaly in this excellent and promising start for them. So no Amy Gavin Mangan, she's an excellent player, she's with North Melbourne. No Kate Kenny, and we know her from DCU and Australia as well, what a player. And no Roisin Ennis either. No Ellie McAvoy, who was the captain last year. In fact, the captain and the vice captains last year not about. They've had a lot of turnover. This would be a pretty sensational result if Offaly were to keep this up, to be honest, bearing in mind everything that has happened and the fact that they're in their 3rd manager this year. It would be quite a victory, but certainly they are enjoying the first 11 minutes of this game. Wicklow a little bit agitated, a little bit anxious. The hop, Eva Gorman is in there and gets it, but Offaly battling for everything, you see, every single ball, and they're really showing tremendous spirit here. They do not want to go down to junior. Beautifully taken by Emma Hand again, and immediately looks for Doyle. Those two are causing so much trouble for the Wicklow defence, and Doyle, well, she's kind of unstoppable at the minute. She's very confident, and the challenge goes in though, and the free has actually been given the other way, free out for Wicklow, but that threat carried there again by those two, Hand and Doyle. Wicklow trying to respond then with Shauna Byrne going deep to pick that one up from Saoirse O'Reilly. Goes through the middle, and it's Storm and Gorman again with loads of room, and she is running really, really well. Remember, she drew a free the last time playing into the breeze, but that's great play, and she's left it off to Lucy Dunn, and Lucy is in there. She's challenged, but she gets the goal. And Wicklow have responded 12 minutes in, and that was a move all the way up the field. Nicely finished by Lucy Dunn in the end, who's one of the survivors from the 2021 TG4 Junior Championship success in Croke Park. Really good goal. And this game is at 3 goals in 12 and a half minutes. Well, it's a relegation playoff. It's not the biggest game you might see, but it certainly shows once again ladies Gaelic football, as you go down the divisions and down the championships, the games can be just as entertaining at as any other level, and the commitment the same. Talking about other games, of course, Meath play Tipperary today in the TG4 All-Ireland Senior Championship, and that will be on TG4. The coverage starts at 5:10, the last of the quarterfinals. Here's the second goal for Offaly, and it was that little sort of drop of the shoulder to get round the keeper to be able to put it under her, but this is a good finish at the other end as well, and Lucy Dunn from St Patrick's on target, and they've all recovered to get back for the start, and that one could be one. Nope, it's going to be a free out. Must have been a push on the back spotted by the referee, and he's brought it forward, so there must have been a complaint, so he's moved it forward. So Offaly, after that good start and then conceding a goal, how are they going to respond? Looking for McGuinness, and that was really well in though. It was really good defending by this girl, Sarah Evans. She got in there to win it back, and Gorman again, she's finding a lot of room through the middle and did so for the goal. This is Anne-Marie Keegan now, and Wicklow starting to turn the screw a little bit. Offaly working really hard to keep them out. They'll be disappointed about conceding that goal. They've been trying to hit Wicklow on the break, and that's been pretty successful so far, but Dunn busy again after that goal. This is Niamh Cullen again. They're forced to come back out to Sinead McGadigan, to Gorman. And Gorman maybe has Byrne ahead of her. She's trying to force her way through, forces a little bit of room for Dunn, but they're going to have to come back out again. And you see number 17 there, and for Wicklow, that is Emily Rose O'Toole. She was the captain of the team that won the Leinster Minor Championship 2022. Not too surprised to see her making the senior setup. This is Gotlin, way out on the right. So they've gone from the left in an arc right all the way to the other side. So that's the pressure from the defence. The shot goes low and it bobbled along there. The goalkeeper needed to watch that, Lauren Dunn, and she did. And now Offaly's chance to transition up the pitch. But you can tell maybe the players not quite with the same energy. They were defending there for their lives really, but not quite the same energy going forward. It's hard to keep that going. Maybe they're just been a little bit patient. It's Marie Byrne, number 10, doing well for them. They're supporting each other really well. So it's been a good first quarter of the game. We're now into the second quarter. Justin again, they're putting that high ball in there, but this time Sarah Jane Winders was watching that one, and it was a little bit telegraphed. The ball a little bit high and it sort of hung in the air. And Wicklow maybe have got an extra player or two back there now to watch for that. So it was a little bit predictable that time, but it has worked for 2 goals so far. So why not keep trying it? 2-2 to 1-2. 16 minutes gone. Offaly 3 points to the good. Playing with a bit of a breeze and in the unusual position of leading for a long period. Certainly don't know if they've led for much of their games this year. Maybe in the corresponding game in the Leinster Championship when Doyle got an early goal as well. But 2 goals this time, and they still lead by 3 after 16 minutes. And they've got a free as well. This is Niamh Glacken. So the Offaly management took over around the 25th of April only. Ended Dunn from Clara. Robert Dunn as well. Clara. And Barry Cork are in. First game was against Wicklow. Lost that day by 8 points. Haven't had a win yet, but they must be pleased about the position they are in this game. Made such a good start. They have good forwards. Emma Hand and Sarah Doyle have combined so well for a couple of goals. There's number 20 out there. That's Lauren Levy for Offaly, I've just spotted. And she's in there. So a lot of names, a lot of people around the country wouldn't know, but they've stood up so far in this game and given a good account of themselves. Lyons was there, but that one's broken down, and now, well, actually there's a player still down for Offaly, but the referee is letting play go. It obviously wasn't a injury in the head area. So Wicklow allowed to transition and get up the field, and I see on this side Sarah Jane Winders just got right up in the attack. She's looking to get forward. Well, they have plenty of players back minding the house, but Offaly have turned it over and they lead after 18 minutes 2-2 to 1-2. McGuinness busy again. She had Tierney this side, but that option not there anymore. This is Glacken. She's been prevalent as well, and off the shoulder Marie Byrne takes it. It's good play by her. Nice little 1-2 with Hand again. And Hand really is the target player, and she's the focal point of the attack. If you get it to her, she always lays it off really well. Really intelligent play. So she's the girl they try to get the ball to a lot, and now she's drifted back and is going to receive it in quite a deep position, but she's playing confidently and she's just dictating the pace and saying, look, we can play football here too. And they're just knocking the ball around, and then they wait for the runner, and the runner is the number 7, Anya Phelan from Tullamore, gets it to Tierney, and now Tierney gives it back to Phelan. They come inside, and look who's up there, number 4 all the way up there. It's Jane Maher, and now the shot eventually comes in and it goes just to the right, but again really good build-up play and linking together really well, and it remains 2-2 to 1-2. 19 minutes gone. Ellen Griffin, we've seen so far that she has a good kick on her, whether it's to the right or left, and Offaly need to watch that. This time she just goes short though. It's very short, but it's okay. And on this side we have Anne-Marie Keegan, and they work it to her. And Anne-Marie off the right plays a lovely ball to Niamh O'Brien. They transferred it immediately into forwards, but look at that for defending. That's terrific defending, and it's Caitlin Flynn. And that's what Offaly have been doing so far. They've really been frustrating Wicklow for most of the time, defended really well in groups, but also in one-on-ones. This is Hand again, Supplier again, and well, usually she's been the player in there, but she's fired that one in, and guess what, she's looked for Doyle, and guess what, she's found Doyle again. She's set her up more than once, and it's been very effective, and Doyle realises she needs to just keep possession and gives it back to Marie Byrne. You know, you're watching this and you're thinking, how have Offaly got into this position where they've been beaten so heavily most of the year and haven't won a game for over a year, not even drawn a game, because they're playing extremely well in this TG4 Relegation Championship playoff. And that one's been turned over though for Wicklow, and a chance for them now to transition forward. And off they come, but over carrying decision, and it's gone to Offaly, and they'll be delighted with that, because a few of them looked a little bit tired and reticent about rushing back to help out the defence. And they've got a free in, and there's actually a chance of a score here with a bit of a breeze. I think it's going sort of, as they say, across field. They should aimed for the post nearest to us. put it like that. And interestingly enough, she's putting it down. You don't see that too often these days. That's a throwback. Good to see. And maybe the trajectory will be different, and she'll put this over the black spot. A skill going out, but glad to see it back and exhibited there really, really nicely. And it's a score for Wicklow, or for Offaly rather. It takes them to 2-3 to 1-2, so 9 plays 5. A 4-point game after 21.5 minutes. Griffin digs that one really high. And under it was Maher for Offaly, and they win it again, and it is Maher. Brilliant play by her, and they're just winning all the individual battles and moving it quickly into the forwards, and they've been so creative in the forwards as well. There's a chance here, and is she going to drive that over? She has driven it over, and that's Lyons. Super score for Offaly. Where has this Offaly team been? Or is this the new Offaly that is starting to make an impression? I think they've caught Wicklow by surprise. They've certainly caught me by surprise the way they've played so far. They have 6 scores on the board after 22 minutes, and they lead by 5. Kick out comes this side, and it's beautifully drilled, perfectly drilled to Gorman. Our midfield partner Keegan. 2 strong players in the middle. They wait for the support, and the support comes. Gorman again. Gets it from Evans. Evans takes it up again, and she's knocked off the ball illegally though by Byrne. Free for Wicklow. So I hope you're enjoying this game. Surely you are if you're from Offaly, like David McGuinness and Phyllis Price, who have commented on the live chat on YouTube. They are enjoying it. Now this is Saoirse O'Reilly for Wicklow as they try to respond, but Offaly have now 14 players behind the ball, including Emma Hand there, the number 13 you see, and they are just jockeying there, trying not to foul. And I make it that Wicklow have only scored once from play, and it was the goal, but they have not scored a point. Now this is good play though by McGettigan, feeding it in, and they're trying to force it, but Offaly have got so many players back there, they're making it so difficult, and their defensive system has certainly been working well so far, but they have conceded another free, and this could be their 3rd point, and it would be all from frees for Wicklow. So Offaly haven't conceded a point from play, and that says something, the way that their setup has been there. Getting all the players in and around, they make it very congested and very difficult for Wicklow to get through, and with that lead they have, you sense that, and that one's going to go wide, is it? Well, no, it's just about kept in and then goes wide. You sense that Wicklow just a little bit anxious, makes them force things a little bit more than they might have done normally. So 24 minutes gone, and that kick out might be a little bit loose. It is, but they actually took it away from themselves there, Wicklow. I think it was the number 8 Keegan waiting for it, and it was taken off her. But here comes Lucy Dunn again. Well, she's got 1 goal, maybe looking for another one, and it's going to be a free in. And surely Byrne will put this one over, and it will be their 3rd point, all from frees. And as Shauna takes her time to convert this one, nice comment on Facebook from Brendan Comiskey about the stream. Thank you, Brendan. He's been enjoying the coverage all year, and indeed during the championship it's been great to be able to bring games to you every week from intermediate and junior championships. And this one, such an important game for both of these counties. They both want to stay in intermediate. It's so hard to get up to intermediate, they want to stay there. That's well taken by Maher, and credit again to the Offaly goalkeeper Lauren Dunn with an excellent kick out. And look how quickly they've transferred the ball, and that's what you need to do these days in ladies Gaelic football, get it up and beat the press, and they did that, but then Wicklow have won it back. This is Sarah Evans, who's been very busy linking things together. Colin there looking to see if she can take the ball, but not needed just at the moment. This is O'Reilly to Winders. They're just trying to get going, but you see very clearly the Offaly game plan. 14 players behind the ball, working hard drifting from side to side, making it congested. They're the team that has the lead. 26 minutes gone and they lead by 4, and they're trying to keep that lead. They got the early goals, and they are trying to just keep Wicklow out from getting any chances near goal and even for points, and have given away a few frees, and they've given away another one. But they are working extremely hard there just not to leave any gaps at all, and they're making it difficult. They're making Wicklow work for it. So if they can get the half-time in a lead, they'll be delighted, and at the minute it's looking good. Wicklow have really just got through the once for that goal that they did get, and it was the half-back coming forward to get it. So this one probably out of range for a score, especially with the way the wind is going, although it seems to have not be quite as prevalent. But she's actually dug that really well, and she has defied me and put it over the bar really, really well. That was good from Sinead Gettigan, and it was in the middle, as you see it again, and she put it right up the middle and over the black spot, and that is 1-4 now to 2-4, and they've got it back to 3 from 5 with 3 to half time. Done under pressure here because of the press from Wicklow has been quite good, but again she manages to get it right into the arms of her wing back. The last time it was Phelan, this time Eva May Tierney McGuinness, and she's fed it inside, but that has to be won, and has been won by Lyons, who is brave, and she's still going as well and confident enough to go for her own shot, but only puts it into the goalkeeper's arms. But a good break nonetheless, and again, credit to the goalkeeper for her kickouts. They've been pinpoint. This is patient play, and you can see what she's doing, but she's lost it. Evans has lost it, and Offaly have a chance here to punish them, and it's Doyle again. She's 2 goals to her name, goes for a point, and just puts it to the wrong side. But again, the press from Offaly, really, really impressive there on Evans. 2 players on her, and they won it back, and they've been doing that all over the field. And they've been doing it all of the half. Griffin, good kick, looking for Cullen, and just about gets there, but has she been able to keep it in? No. Offaly's tails are up, and if they can get the half time, they will be in an unusual place for them. I'm sure the management will love to get at them again to regroup, because they have certainly provided a platform here where they might get their first victory in over a year. And they've probably been told, well, you've beaten this team before, although teams much changed in a year, certainly Offaly's team. But the young girls, the new girls, have really, really stepped up. This is Keegan. Feeds it inside, but look how hard every single Offaly player is working, and they get it to Jane Maher, who's been terrific, and they move the ball in quickly, and even balls like that where they don't necessarily take it cleanly, they still manage to win it back because they've got that hunger there and their confidence is up, and they've got a free as well. We're in the last minute of normal time. 2-4 to 1-4, and a chance of a score, and Hand is coming forward to take it in no particular rush, and no need to be. So Hand will try this. That could take us to half time, maybe 4 points up, and that would be a great position for Offaly to be in. And indeed she finishes it. Good score. And Offaly go to 2-5 to 1-4. I was doing the stats before the game, and during the league the average score in the 7 games that Offaly played was 4-12 to 1-5. They got hammered in every game. 28 goals against and 82 points. They only scored 6 goals in the 7 games, never more than 1 goal a game, and here they are today, 2 goals to the good, and they're winning coming up to half time, and they're playing extremely well, more to the point. Marie Byrne, look at the way she's just holding it up, and then Hand confident enough to go for a score from there, but that one maybe ill-advised on that occasion. But don't really want to criticise Hand because she's been crucial to their performance so far, the provider and scorer on a few occasions as well. Griffin for Wicklow, and they need to get in and regroup themselves, because maybe they were thinking, well, we beat them by 8 points in the Leinster Championship and they haven't won a game for a year. This should be okay for us. He scored 1-9 against Roscommon, Wicklow, and he beat Monaghan, remember, 2 games ago. And yet today, here they find themselves at half-time in bother. Hand goes in with a challenge. Referee says play on, but Offaly have got it back from that, and the goalkeeper is a long way from goal. There's no keeper in, and Saoirse McGuinness is going forward. They're working it here. Will they be happy with a point? They are, and it's Doyle. Well, she might have fancied it because there was no keeper on, and she was on a hat-trick, but instead she lashes it over the bar. And how many times have Offaly turned over Wicklow high up the field and got their score? They've done it again, and they've stretched it now, and they now lead by 5 in the 32nd minute. And there's half time, and what a surprising first half this has been in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship relegation playoff, and it's the last playoff. There's no games after this. This is the last game of the year for both counties, and it decides who stays up in Intermediate. The money would have been on Wicklow, and Offaly have defied that. They haven't won for over a year. June the 30th, 2024. They beat Wicklow that day, 3-11 to 10 points in Cretyard. Well, they're on the way to doing it again. Wicklow need to regroup. They need to come back fighting in the second half if they are going to stay up in the Intermediate Championship. So all to play for, and it's very, very interesting here at the Carlow Centre of Excellence in Fina. Join me for the second half in about 7 or 8 minutes time. It's a weird day. You don't know whether to put another coat on or not. It's sort of warm one minute and then not so warm the next minute. That's the kind of weather we're getting at the minute. And the game is a little bit like that as well. It's not the game we expected. It's Offaly leading at half-time in this 2025 TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship Relegation Final Playoff. And they've won this first ball of the second half as well. And that's Jane Maher playing at midfield but wearing number 4. She had a terrific first half. And look at her determination to go forward. Well, Offaly starting the second half the way they played in the first half, but now Wicklow get it back, and this is Elizabeth Burke, and Elizabeth has come in at half time. So Wicklow ringing the changes. This is Niamh O'Brien, 20, but she was there from the start. That's a better ball down into the corner. There's more pace and energy about them in the second half as well. And this is McGettigan coming inside, and a strong collision there. And it's a free out. And it's for Offaly, and the courage of the Offaly player there going up against the taller girl and winning that one. And it was the number 2, Nicole Buckley from Niamh Kieran, who put in that challenge with no fear. And certainly it has been all out commitment in this game so far from both teams. The results from the past year have gone out the window. It is do or die today, and both teams are playing like that. And it's Offaly leading at half time and standing up to Wicklow right at the start of the second half there again. 2-6-1 for the lead. 1 minute into the second half. And remember, Offaly with their third management team in 2025, and they are without a win for more than a year. But they are not playing like that. They're playing extremely well, and that's belted up the field by Lauren Dunn. And despite the breeze, which has just died, she got great distance on that. Now that's strong play by Shauna Byrne for Wicklow, and she wins her free, but it was a strong challenge put in on her as well. There is no holding back in this game, and you wouldn't expect so, because intermediate status is on the line. The referee has got his book out and he's ticked, I think, for that challenge. Shauna's okay to continue, but it shows you in the first 2 minutes of the second half, 2 strong challenges have gone in already from Offaly, and another one going in, and it was one back. That was Abby Stafford doing brilliantly to win that one back, and they have got the ball again, and they're breaking Wicklow's hearts. Wicklow are doing their level best, but they're being met with strong challenges, clever challenges all over the field. I think they've been caught by surprise today, and that is going to be a free in for Offaly, and they're getting their rewards on the scoreboard as well, Offaly, and their tails are up. It was key to get a good start, and they got a good start. 2 goals in the first 10 minutes or so, both from Doyle. I put one of them up on the social media there on Ladies Gaelic Football right across Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, so you can go and have a look at that. And it really was the platform. And this is Wicklow trying to get the ball back, and they do get it back. That was good work to get it to O'Brien. Well, both teams really going toe-to-toe at the start of the second half. Now, that looked like it might have gone over the line, but Mags Doherty on the line says absolutely not, so they carry on. And it was actually Goatland, the number 6, who made the initial interception and involved there again. But you see, both teams forgetting about what has happened before. They're going for every single ball really wholeheartedly. And this is Byrne, and Shauna Byrne battling again, and she is trying hard. But look at the strong challenge coming in from Eva May Tierney, and Tierney's got the decision again. And there's no holding back, as I say. They are all going for every single challenge, and there's going to be a tick there as well against Byrne. And they are really keeping Wicklow at bay and not letting them anywhere near the goal area. Remember, in the first half, Wicklow scored just the 1-4, and I think all 4 were frees. There's a breeze picking up again, as it tends to do here. It comes in a really quick gust of about 10 seconds and knocks everything over. But the sun is also out now as well, so it's got very warm in the last few minutes. And just to my left, a very anxious face, the manager of Wicklow, Brian McSorley, a Tyrone man like myself, from Castledurg all the way down here with Wicklow. And there is number 3, Glacken, bottled up, and Wicklow take it quickly and get it into Byrne. And maybe this is a chance now to get in behind. And it's Byrne, and she does get in behind and goes for goal. Brave goalkeeping. That was Lauren Dunn who came out and did brilliantly. Great save to keep her county in the lead. And that epitomises the way her county have been playing today. The faithful county putting faith in their goalkeeper, and a great save. And even when Wicklow get in behind, they still can't get a score. Offaly not playing the way their results have been suggesting the way that they might play today. Great determined play as well coming out of defence, and it's that girl again, Buckley, Nicole Buckley, feeds it through, and even when it looks like they're not going to win a ball like this, they still manage to win it. Well, great tenacity from Offaly, and alertness as well, and enterprise. They get it up to Abby Stafford, who goes on a great run and puts a fantastic ball in. That's going to bounce over the two of them, and Emma Hand might get there. Or is the goalkeeper? No, actually Winders has recovered well, but he still might get the goal. Hand is still there. Oh my goodness, she has caused so much bother all day, and she's done it again, and she has provided a third goal for Doyle. It's a hat-trick for Doyle, and she has to thank Emma Hand for having a hand in all of those goals, and Offaly have stunned Wicklow here. They lead now by 3-6 to 1-4, and remember, they haven't won a game in over a year, and on that occasion it was a victory over Wicklow. They scored 3-11 to 0-10 that day. They're on their way again, and they may just have done enough to stay up at Intermediate. Really unexpected, surprising performance from Offaly, but it was the ball in from Stafford that caused the trouble, and Hand, she has caused Wicklow so much bother all day long when they get it in. That's the tactic. It worked in the first half, and it's worked again in the second half. We watch it again, a bit of a mess at the back, but Hand was so persistent, and Doyle, thank you very much. 3-6. 15 to 1-4-7, an 8-point lead. Wicklow, I'm sure, cannot believe what is happening out there. Yes, they've had a few defeats, haven't had a great year themselves, but they did beat Monaghan a few games ago, and they had 3 wins in the National League, and they surely would have been thinking, with Offaly's record, that they might beat them today. 2 games ago, Offaly only scored 2 points. Wexford beat them 3-10 to 2 points. Clare beat them 5-12. And yet, here they are today. Where did this performance come from? This is Niamh Cullen for Wicklow. It's Keegan to Gorman, the midfield, trying to get them going. But look how hard the Offaly players are working. And they're working hard again, but Lucy Dunn is up there. She got their goal, and now this is McGettigan, and she needs to hit the target here. So unlucky off the crossbar, and they just have no luck at all today, Wicklow, when they do get through. And their manager just turned away as if to say, what do we have to do? We just can't get an even break today. The goalkeeper is down. That's Lauren Dunn. And we should watch it again. What an effort. And on another day, 9 times out of 10 that would probably end up in the net. But maybe it's just not their day. Sometimes that happens, but what a day for that to happen to Wicklow. So a little bit of hold up here for the treatment. Gives me a chance just to look at what you're saying on YouTube and on Facebook. Michelle Corcoran says, yes, Offaly, go on, keep at it. Maybe responding to the goal a few minutes ago. Mary Evans says, great stuff, Offaly. So all the comments are coming in from Offaly, as you would expect. They are, I'd say, pleasantly surprised about the way things are going. Feel free to leave another comment there to tell me what you think of the performance so far. Checking on Facebook as well. And indeed, all positive there as well for Offaly. So a goal at one end and a great save at the other. And they lead by 9. And Offaly in the ascendancy. They've increased their lead since half-time. 2 points just before half-time when it was 3 in it. They got it out to 5. In the second half, they have come out with the same enthusiasm and energy, but Wicklow have it. Lucy Dunn has it, looking to take it quickly, but decides not to take it too quickly, and they get it moved forward. Actually, one of the Offaly players must have said something there, so it's gone, or maybe somebody walked across the free taker. So Sinead McGettigan has a chance here to score, and a bit of a breeze behind her. She was accurate in the first half. McGettigan, one of 3 sisters from the St Patrick's Club, Niamh and Rena. And Sinead, the only one playing today. Played in 2021 when they won the All-Ireland Junior as well. And she pops it over. And a much-needed score. Still a long way back. 7 points back, but at least it's a start for Wicklow. And again, from a free. That one played short from the goalkeeper to Lauren Levy, the number 20. And Lauren carries it on, and Wicklow's press was non-existent there. They just let them have the ball. Maybe that is tactical, but certainly no press. And we've gone from sunshine now to almost a little spit of rain. Hopefully not. This is McGuinness, who's been busy since the start of the game. They're all really up for this, every Offaly player. And the goal right at the start helped them. Second goal helped as well. And of course the third one at the start of the second half seems to have given them new energy. Now that's good work by Sarah Evans back there for Wicklow to turn that one over. They know they now need to get forward as quickly as possible. But I'm looking off camera here to see all the Offaly players. And number 20, Levy, is running towards her 20-metre line, and they're all backpedaling around there. And then the challenge comes in from Nicole Buckley, the number 2. They've so many players back there, but McGettigan now forcing her way through. She hit the crossbar a minute ago, and her way is blocked yet again. So it comes back out to Aoife Gorman. Chance from distance, going for her score, and Byrne gets it over the bar, and that's better. And I make that their very first score from play in the entire game, and that is a credit to the defending by Offaly. But Byrne from distance nails it. Back to 6. Plenty of time left, but Wicklow need to keep up this momentum. Dunn belts it downfield, looking for Byrne, Marie Byrne, but it's picked up at the back by Sarah Evans, who's had a terrific game for her team. She's always been so busy. Niamh O'Brien now for Wicklow. She has the number 3 all the way up there. Winders, the captain. What's she doing up there? Well, all hands to the pump, I guess, and she's up in the full forward area. Gives it back to Niamh O'Brien. They need something special. Will it come from the captain? Winders is there. Is she felled? Oh, it might end up in the net. It does end up in the net, and it's a Wicklow goal. And boy, did they need that. Plenty of time left, as I say. The captain made a difference up there, and it's pushed to the net at the far post. I think the referee might have been thinking penalty, but he let it go. 2 players went for it, and in the end it's ended up on the net, and we're all of a sudden back to a 3-point game, and Offaly's lead has been cut dramatically. And that's well taken by Tierney for Offaly. They needed to win that one, and they did, but is it going to be won back? Strong challenge coming in from Goatland, but she's the one who ended up being hurt from it, and Maher has got the decision. And that was a crucial moment there, that goal. That's made it really, really interesting now. Wicklow right back in this game at 3-6 to 2-6. Right back in it. First sub for Offaly, and number 26 has gone in. That's Ella Cuskelly, and she has come into the play. Offaly responding to the Wicklow comeback, and it's Lyons who has gone off. Now the number 4 for Offaly has raced over to the side. Oh, she's maybe been sent to put her gum shield in as well. She has. She was sent by the referee to the side. She sprinted over, but she'll have to wait, I think, for the next junction to come back in again. She's very keen to get back again, of course. But the play will go on for now. Now she's allowed back into the play. 15 against 15, and in fact she's going to take the free. She wants to be right in the mix, and that sums up the attitude for Offaly today. Every player completely up for this. This is Levy. Forward to Byrne, and Byrne takes it on. The 2 number 10s clashing. Gives it to Maher. What a game she has had. Oh, a great ball as well. I can't believe Offaly are playing so well today. Where have they been? But that one bounces away from Doyle, and she looks for a free. Doesn't get it. So a few minutes ago, Offaly had, what was it, an 8-point lead, down to 3. And a long way to go in Wicklow with a bit of a breeze behind them. And they sense that they might be able to rescue this. And they use the direct one up the line, and it's beautifully taken by Byrne, despite 2 players around her. Gets her free as well, and she has definitely been in the wars in the second half. And the foul was by Glacken. 16 minutes to go, a long time to go. Well, this has turned into a really fascinating game here. This relegation decider to see who stays in intermediate. He goes down to junior. And it has been a captivating afternoon here in Fina at the Carlow Centre of Excellence. There you see one of the goals from earlier. This is the second goal for Offaly. Doyle with the first and the second and the third. But this was Lucy Dunn's response for Wicklow in the first half. Their only score from play up until a few minutes ago. This is the third goal in the second half. And the last goal, which we're going to see hopefully coming up now for Wicklow, was it Dunn got it at the back post? I'm trying to just check. She got the first one, number 7 coming in. Is that 7 on her back? I think it is. I'm not totally sure, but if it is, that means that only 2 players have scored goals today. 2 for Dunn, 2 for Doyle, 3 for Doyle. So a lull here for treatment for Byrne, just adding to the tension and the drama. Big crowd watching online. Feel free to let me know what you're thinking at this moment from either county. Leave a message there on Facebook or on YouTube. Playing to a decision today. I wonder, could we even have extra time? This is Aoife Gorman from the Tinahely Club in Wicklow, and that ball obviously not going where it was intended. Breeze maybe playing a little bit of a role there. This is Levy, and look at the way Offaly have combined here, coming through the middle in waves. Great support play. One back, but illegally. Maher, as usual, wanting to take it quickly. And the Fizz has just gone out of the game in the last few minutes, but Offaly have responded really well to conceding a goal on 2 points. You feel they'll need another score or two, though. And usually it's been from a ball like this, looking for Emma Hand, but a good hand in from Sarah Evans, who's marked her, but she still does enough. And now here comes Marie Byrne for Offaly. This is Tierney, working it really well here, but now it's been won back, and it's won back by Burke for Wicklow. And if they can get another little scoring spurt like they did a few minutes ago, this will be very, very interesting. But look at Marie Byrne going in there to try and win that one back. What way is the decision going? It's an Offaly decision. Hand looking to take it quickly as always, and does take it quickly, but the referee, I think, has maybe said that's a little bit too quickly and brings it back. Gorman been told to calm down. Obviously wasn't happy with that last decision, but it's an Offaly free. Hand has it now. There's a breeze, and it's not really favouring her. She's stealing a yard or two, I think, but now she's looking to go backwards instead of forwards, so it matters not. She goes back to Phelan, Anya Phelan, to Marie Byrne. Marie has Levy to this side, but we'll go back. Calm play, keeping possession. Very important at this stage to keep possession. Goatland gets a hand in though to win it back for Wicklow. Great play by the girl from the same club as Gorman, Tinahely. But a long way from getting up the field. And I'm looking off camera to see Offaly's setup. And indeed they have 2 what they call +1s these days, or we used to call them sweepers back there. One of them is Nicole Buckley, the other is Anita Watkins, their number 8 from Shamrocks. Haven't mentioned her too much, but that's because she's playing in that sort of role that isn't for the highlights, shall we say. She does a lot of important work in there, and they're just minding the house, as we call it, and making it difficult. They're not going to get caught out, and indeed there's a long direct ball coming up and it doesn't work, and Wicklow unable to get through, and that has been the case for most of the game. Referee putting something in his book here. It must be a there must have been a challenge there I didn't notice just before it came in, so he gave advantage, and it's a free for Wicklow. So they had the 1-2, but the momentum from that is gone. Still plenty of time though. 11 minutes. And their manager just comes over to talk to a few supporters. He's trying to pretend he's casual and relaxed, but I'm sure inside he's going, this is close, this is anxious. So I was hoping for an easier day. Saoirse O'Reilly feeds it back out. His team been very patient. This is McGettigan. She was so close for a goal, remember, about 10 minutes ago. Feeds it in to Keegan, and it's all very close along the end line, trying to get through, but there's no way through. But they do have a free in for Wicklow. And McGettigan on the ball. You'd expect her to put this one over. Get it back to a 2-point game and plenty of time. We're in for a great finish to this game. The last 10 minutes will decide who goes down to junior, who stays in intermediate. And Sinead pops it over. They get back to 2. 3-7 plays, or 3-6 plays 2-7. 15-13. Last 10. Well, Offaly will be delighted, really, that they're even in this position. But now that they're here, they're thinking we want desperately to see this out. Lauren Dunn with the kick out, goes high to the right, but it's well read by Niamh Cullen. She got engaged last night, and what a celebration it would be now if she helped her team stay up in the Intermediate Championship as well. Gorman forcing her team forward, and a 1-2 as well. It's very tight over in that corner, but can they get a score here? A point will get them back to within a point. A goal will put them ahead for the first time and only time in the game, but that ball has gone straight to an Offaly defender back there, and she's playing very casually on the ball, and why not? Really good play, and just gives it to Buckley. That was good work by Stafford to do that, the number 14 back there. And Blacken, oh, they may have lost it. No, they haven't. That was Phelan for Offaly. Good response. Again, they're playing confidently, but they must be very anxious inside. We're in the last 10 minutes, 9 minutes of normal time to go, and they get it as far as Tierney, and a little bit of room opens up for her. Feeney get in, looking for Hand, and was Hand fouled? No, she wasn't. She keeps going, and she's been forced to go away from the centre, and that's fine, but Offaly will surely need at least one more score. It's a decent effort, is it? No, it's gone way to the right from another of the subs, and that was Cuscally. And that was a little bit wasteful at this time in the game. They need to get that in and work it in a little bit closer, but that's easier said than done. Another sub coming on for Offaly now. Number 17, Eve Kelly, is coming over to the fourth official. 17 coming on, and I think she's coming on for Cuscally, who just put that ball wide. So that was ruthless. That was quick from the Offaly sideline. So the centre on, she put that one wide, and they're taking her off right away. Well, I suppose we're coming down to the last 10 minutes. There's no time for mistakes at all. I just heard the fourth official say there's 12 and a half left. So on our clock it says 8, but there's obviously been quite a few stoppages, so 12 and a half in total. So loads of time for Wicklow, but that kick-out's bounced over the number 6 Godelin, and that's down to the surface here. It's really, really firm out there, and there's now a little bit of skipper rain, so that adds to everything that we already have in the mix. So a little bit of slippery surface maybe, and the ball might carry a little bit differently. It's firm, the surface, or the ground underneath, but the surface maybe now a little bit greasy. So not long to go, and somebody or someone might become a hero here in the last 10 or so. It's all to play for, and it's come right down to the wire. Watkins for Offaly, and it's Wicklow now sitting off, waiting for their chance to get possession, but they don't get that chance just yet. But Tierney runs into trouble, does well to leave it off to Doyle, the hat-trick hero, and Doyle leaves it off to Marr, wearing 4, but she's been playing midfield. This is Hand, who's had a terrific game. Really elegant player, great left foot on her, and a lovely turn there as well. And surely she's not going to try it from there. No, she's too wise to do that. She saw a kick from there go wide a minute ago. Maher, though, will try it. That's a decent effort. It might come in. Oh, just off the post. Very, very unlucky from Jane Maher. Remains a 2-point game in Wicklow. Very patient defending there. They're 2 behind, but they're not diving in desperately. But they now have the possession. The press is on from Offaly, but can Wicklow get possession? Ellen Griffin decides to go left, and it's a good ball to Winders. Made herself available, gets it to Sarah Evans. Wicklow need to get it up the field, and they do. The Cullen involved. Now they get it to Saoirse O'Reilly, and O'Reilly, there's a good run up ahead by Shauna Byrne, and it's going to get there eventually. Byrne comes out to meet it. This is Keegan, I think, all the way over there. That's a dangerous looking ball right over to the middle. Lucy Dunn there again, the number 7, but great defending. And it's Nicole Buckley, I think, the number 2 back there. She's had a superb game for Offaly. They've really stepped up here, the Offaly players, and that's a good ball, is it? No, it's intercepted by Evans. Wicklow trying to build up a head of steam here as we go into the last 5 minutes on our clock, which is probably 7.5 on the referee's watch. Well intercepted by Emma Hand, coming back to help out in defence. I'm trying to avoid using puns to do with giving out a hand or helping hand, but it's very difficult not to. Doyle back there as well. So those are the 2 girls who caused havoc in the forwards, and now they're helping out around the middle of the field. They're looking forward though to move it forward, to belt it in there, but there's nobody there, so they have to keep possession. Offaly having to be smart. That was Byrne being very smart, and Stafford as well helping out, and Hand. They're keeping possession here. They have a 2-point lead. They have about 6-7 minutes to go. It's a long way to go with that lead. Will they need another score? They're looking like they might get it now. They haven't scored for a long time. Watkins moves it to Tierney. And as I say, Wicklow here standing off. They're not diving in. They've been very, very patient. Just waiting for an opportunity. And they're not fouling. This is Sarah Doyle. The sun comes out now. It's very warm all of a sudden here, and is that a foul? Well, the referee has given it, and it was a tap on the ankles from behind. A little bit unfortunate maybe for the defender, but still a foul and a free in, and this could be an important one. Doyle has grabbed the ball already. She scored the 3 goals, and now she's looking to add a point, and this, if it goes over, this point would be nearly as good as a goal, if you know what I mean, at this stage of the game, to make it a 3-point game again. But I just feel there's another seriously dramatic twist to come in this game. And Doyle, well, she's very relaxed, adding to the tension by just taking her time, tying her laces. 15 is on for Wicklow. That's Helena Dowling. And she's gone straight up to the far end of the field, so she's been sent in there very clearly to do a job, and that is get us a goal in the last few minutes here. We may need that to win this game. And Doyle is taking forever to tie those laces. Well, that's very cool. Number 4, Jane Maher, has come over to the sideline for some reason. Not quite sure why. She was over earlier and got the gum shield situation sorted out, but she's over the line at the minute. Now Doyle eventually eating up a little bit of play, but of course the referee will add that on. This is Doyle. Offaly haven't scored for a long time. This to make it a 3-point game in the closing stages. Nails it, and you don't often see the ball kicked off the ground. Bit of a throwback, nice to see it, and a nice finish. So 3 in it. So even if Wicklow get a goal now, we're talking extra time. I don't think anyone will complain too much about that. It's been a terrific game between these 2 teams. On the paper, it looks like they're really struggling, but they have been both performing extremely well today at a very high level. And no wonder, this is the big day. This is decision day. And it was Shauna Byrne who has gone off the Wicklow team, so that's who Helena Dowling came on for. Now Niamh O'Brien has it. Is there a goal in this Wicklow team? Oh, great defending again, but Brian O'Brien steals it back. There's a chance here. Oh, it's blasted across goal, and it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. And that was more about the diving challenge from the Wicklow player. And that sums up the way that they have played today. Diving on every ball. They have thrown themselves on boots. And that was brave play, and it forced the ball to go wide. Offaly bringing on 2 subs right at the end, and that is just a matter of new energy, I think. The diving block, by the way, to give credit, was by Abby Stafford, the number 14 all the way back there from Road. So 2 late changes, and Saoirse McGuinness has gone off. And I'll try and pick up who's gone on, but let's follow the play there. Goalkeeper goes short, it goes to Marie Byrne. That's an important one to win at this stage of the game, just to stop the momentum from Wicklow and to win it again, and they have done exactly that, and they're keeping possession well. That was great play from Byrne, and they get the decision, they get the free. Every Offaly player has stepped up today. And there's an injury, and they're going to take their time. There's number 19 coming on for Offaly now. That is Grania Foy. So she's in, and she takes the place of Stafford. So 19 is on. There was one other sub went on there, and don't see just exactly who it is just now. But this stoppage means we're going to hit the 60-minute mark. In fact, we've just hit it. So we're now in added time. 3 in it. But I'd say we have about 4 or 5 minutes to go. Comfortably enough. There was a big pause for the free and another pause there, so I'd say we're up to about 5 minutes still to go. So plenty of time for Wicklow, but only if they use it. 3 points down. It's beginning to look like they're going to need a goal, and that hasn't looked likely in the last while, because Offaly have had a lot of possession, and here they go, but can Wicklow get it back off Doyle? They can't, and it's a free as well. Fantastic play again by Doyle. Well, she's got the 3 goals, but she's worked hard for her team as well, and every single player has worked hard, and that gets the ball up the other end, and she'll take her time here as well, and it just keeps Wicklow at bay. I see their manager Brian McSorley looking at his watch very anxiously. Wicklow in trouble. They are in bother. Oh, there's a yellow card there as well for Wicklow, just to add to their troubles. And I think it's the midfielder, it's Gorman, who the referee spoke to earlier as well. And is it Gorman? Maybe it's not. I'm trying to see who the player is who's gone off. And it's actually, no, it's number 18. It's Elizabeth Burke, who came on at half time, and she's been sin-binned. So it's all going wrong for Wicklow. 3 down, not long left, down to 14, and Offaly have this free. It's Doyle. She nailed the last one. Is she going to nail this one, to make it a 4-point game? And that could be crucial. Gives it everything, but puts it, I think, to the right, and it's just gone to the right. Could that be decisive? Because it means it's still a 1-score game. The drama, the tension here in Carlow, as Wicklow and Offaly go right down to the wire. 63rd minute. I think we have about 3 still to go. Wicklow with the kick out, and they get it to Niamh Cullen. She needed to get there, and she did. They needed to get possession. They've got it. Now can they get up the field? They get it to Gorman. Spills. Offaly working hard to get it back, and their manager screaming at their players, get back, get back. Get back and guard the house. We don't mind conceding a point, but no goals. Keep out the goals. It's an old adage in Gaelic football. Just keep out the goals and you will get there. And they're all back there. 14 of them are back there. Only 1 player up. Free for Wicklow. Coming up to the end of the 63rd minute, nearly in the 64th. Gorman has it for Wicklow. Now, the question is, do you go for point? Do you put it in there? They put it in there looking for a goal, and it's batted down. And who's in there? That's great defending again, and they get the decision. Again, well, it's not a decision. There's no decision, if you know what I mean. There's no foul, and Offaly have it. Oh, over-carrying. What a time to get done for over-carrying. It's a free in for Wicklow. They'll get another chance. Well, this is tense. This is dramatic. Never mind the All-Ireland finals in Croke Park. This is the All-Ireland final for these two. Now the referee is coming over to the side, and we are getting everything here today. Now what's this about? I think he's maybe talking to the Offaly manager, and he is. And he's clearly saying to the manager or the management team, I'm not taking any more from the sideline. Keep it quiet or I'll put you out. That seems to be the message, if I'm reading that correctly. They are close to a first ever victory as managers of Offaly, because they only came in April and they haven't won a game since, and they haven't won a game for over a year. They're on the verge of winning a crucial game. But what have Wicklow got at the finish? There's really not much point going for a point here. I think there'll be another couple of minutes, but they need a goal. Will she be happy with a point? She puts it up there looking as if it might be a point. They're not going to get anything. It remains a 3-point game. 65th minute. I'm looking at the faces alongside me here, and there's a lot of anxiety on the faces. This is Lauren Dunn. Couple of minutes to go. This crucial, and the run was by Watkins, and she went and broke the press to get possession, and Offaly are going to get up the field. It's Buckley, and she's been superb all day long, and she feeds it in to Eve Kelly, who came on 5 minutes or so ago, and she does brilliantly. She's got the decision. If she needs, it'll come back for a free, and it does. Great play by the girl who just come on. That was a serious contribution, but great work in defence. Maher has it. 66th minute of the game. Well, what a day for Offaly to turn up. After all of those defeats. They won the relegation playoff last year. Not this one, but the previous game, if you know what I mean, the semi-final of the playoffs. That's the last game they won, and it was against Wicklow. Since then, 7 defeats in the league. 1 in Leinster and 3 in the All-Ireland series. That's 11 defeats in a row. Not even a draw for Offaly, but today they are on the brink of a victory. And look at the determination by Nicole Buckley to go and win that ball, and that little cameo sums up the Offaly performance today. She was not going to be beaten, and Nicole from the Niamh Kieran club in Offaly has stood up and shown real pride in the jersey. 67th minute. Offaly 3-7, Wicklow 2-7. They just need to stop Wicklow scoring a goal at this stage. They get it back to Doyle, the hero of the day in terms of scores, the hat-trick hero. The referee not looking at his watch, so we still go on. We did a game a few weeks ago where there was 10 minutes added on. We're now in the 7th minute added on, and Paul McCarthy, I'm watching him, he looks at his watch now though. Time running out, and more importantly, Offaly had the ball, and they're not giving it away. Doyle has come out the field. They don't need another goal from her. They need her to keep possession, and she's doing that very cleverly. Wicklow looking jaded as they pursue the ball. It looks like Wicklow are going down to junior, which they won in 2021 to get up. 4 years later, it looks like they're going back down again. Nicole Buckley. It'll be hard not to give player of the match to the girl who scores a hat-trick, but Nicole Buckley has been outstanding for them. But they've had a lot of heroes out there today. They've really stood up. The faithful county against the Garden county. 68th minute now. Surely not long left, and they still have possession. No, they don't. Wicklow get it back. Surely they're not going to get a goal right at the end, are they? And break Offaly hearts after the effort they put in. Well, they have a chance. 3 in it. Seconds remaining. I reckon. Well, hold on. There's 14 players for Wicklow. Are we going down to 14 for Offaly as well? Just to add a little bit to the drama. We are. 14 against 14. Just checking on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm wondering if you have a contender for player of the match as well. Feel free to give me that. I've given mine. Nicole Buckley for me. Or Doyle. Here comes Gorman now for Wicklow. It really is last chance saloon now for Wicklow. It's a goal or nothing. And she's still going. The referee has given really good advantage. We're in the 69th minute of the game. They need a goal, and she shoots, but it's going to be brought back for a free. And that probably isn't an awful lot of good unless they can get a lucky break from a high ball in here. That's the only thing I can think that Wicklow can try now. Offaly lining up their captain Michelle Mann to come in, but I don't know if there's going to be time. Well, they're handing the note over. We're nearly in the 70th minute, and what a time to bring her on. And she is going on. She's got a bandage around her leg, Michelle Mann, and she's going in. What a time for the captain to join the fray. Get in there along with everybody else. All 15 Offaly players are in there. It comes in from Lucy Dunn. It's high. They need someone to get a hand on it, and it goes on the line, and it's gone over the line, and Wicklow have saved it right at the death. Heartbreak for Offaly. Unbelievable scenes right at the end. The 70th minute, and Wicklow have drawn right at the end, and it's going surely to extra time. What drama here in Carlow at the end of this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship relegation battle. And there is the final whistle. Unbelievable stuff. Offaly cannot believe it. And Wicklow, well, they haven't played well today, but somehow they're still alive. Unbelievable stuff. And Dominic Leach was over to my left going onto the field, and he nods over to say, as if to say, told you so, we were never panicking at all. And he's with the manager, Brian McSorley, the Tyrone man. There's the two of them. And the two of them, surely, if they're honest, cannot believe it. They have gone through the mix today, but what an opportunity they have now, because they have got extra time. They have got a second chance that we didn't think they were going to get at all. It did not look possible, but they are there. And he's patting on the back the number 14, McGettigan. I'm not even sure who got the goal. It doesn't matter. They got it. And the word now is, okay, we've got an opportunity. Let's take it. I'm going to take a break for a couple of minutes and maybe put that goal up online and get people to watch this, because this game really deserves it. So we'll take a break for a couple of minutes. Well, welcome back for more drama, a bonus. The goal was scored by Sinead McGettigan, the number 14 for Wicklow from St Patrick's, who of course played in the 2021 team that won the All-Ireland Junior Championship in Croke Park, and her family. Great servants to Wicklow ladies Gaelic football. No better woman to get the goal right at the end. So I've just put it up on Twitter and on Instagram and given the credit to Sinead, because at the time we weren't sure there were that many bodies in there. And it means that we now are in bonus territory. We have more football here, but how are the heads, especially Offaly's, because they did so well and seemed like they were there. And when you think about the free that they missed to go 4 up, that would have been so key, because then it would have been a 2-score game. But Wicklow always had that chance, and it was, as somebody said beside me here, a Hail Mary. And it's Wicklow playing the same way as they were, and that's a great effort by Gorman. Well, all of a sudden Wicklow are playing with abandon, and they're playing with skill, and what a finish that was from Gorman. We didn't see that in the game at all. I think they only scored maybe 1 point from play, and I don't think they scored at that end that much at all. And there is Gorman putting over a monster of a point to put them into the lead for the first time in the game. Well, it's amazing the way things can change, and maybe it's Wicklow now realising that they have got a chance they did not expect to have, and now they can play with a bit of freedom. And it's Offaly, maybe the heads are down after they looked so comfortable and looked like they were there. Well, this is turning into a very exciting and important day, an absolute thriller, and the performances by the likes of the number 2 there coming forward, Sarah Evans, have made this a fantastic game, and she puts it over the bar, and she's epitomised the Wicklow spirit. She's never given up, even when everything was going against them. She kept going, and there is her reward. And Wicklow are in front for the first time in the game. They lead by 2 early in extra time. Amazing the way things can change. And it's Offaly now who are struggling. They who need to get going. 27 in there. That's a sub. That's Cara Daly for them. So fresh legs for them. But she's faced up by Niamh Cullen. The rain starting to come down now. And as I look over to my left, I don't like those grey skies. Very grey skies way over to our left. Blue skies behind us. We hope the blue stays and not the grey. But it is rain coming down. A bit of a drizzle at the moment, certainly. In extra time. 17 out there for Offaly. That's Eve Kelly, who came in during normal time. But can Offaly find it from somewhere to respond again? They looked, as I say, so comfortable. And now they're 2 points down. It's a new challenge for them. It's cruel on them, I have to be honest, the way that the game went. But that's football, and Wicklow kept going right to the end. And they have scored the last goal in 2 points. Free for Offaly. Maher looks to take it quickly and get it into Hand. Hand uses her foot this time just though and gets it back to Maher. A strange 1-2, but it works. And then it spills and Gorman nips in and wins it. And it's like Wicklow are now playing the way Offaly did, and they get it forward, and there's a chance here of a transition, and they let the ball do the work. They bomb it in there, and they look for Lucy Dunn, and she battles for the ball with Caitlin Flynn, and they have got possession again. Well, Wicklow, they look like a different team in extra time. They're 2 up and they're looking for another score. They have had a second lease of life, and Lucy Dunn lashes it, blocked down brilliantly though, and it's going to be out for a 45. And all of a sudden now it's Offaly holding on. What drama. And this extra time is going to be played, I think, in spurts. A little bit of a breather now. These teams have given everything today, and they both look a little bit jaded, especially Offaly. We're right beside the 2 managers here, and certainly the Wicklow manager has been very cool. Even when the chips were down. That's McGettigan who got the goal. Nice little 1-2 as well, played with Michelle Renahan, and now they get it into Niamh O'Brien, wearing 20, but she's played the whole game and extra time and has an excellent game too. Referee right on the spot as they play. Offaly trying to get the ball back, but unable to. still of possession. Wicklow pursuing another score, and it's Gorman looking to do what she did a minute ago, but she's overcarried on this occasion, even though it floated over the bar. Offaly looking to bring on number 18 again. She played in normal time and was taken off. She's come back in again. That's Lyons. So she's gone in again. And I think it's Kelly going off, Eve Kelly, and it is. So that's the second time today, I think, that the Offaly management have put on a sub and then taken off the same sub. Possession for Offaly. Good leadership been shown. Getting the ball forward. That was good work by Anya Phelan to get it into Doyle. Oh, and a battle for possession, and Maeve Core steals it away. Maeve from Blessington. I don't think I've mentioned her name before, but that was terrific from her, and she's on the ball again. Well, as soon as it didn't stick with Doyle, she was in there to snatch it back. And it's like they've changed the jerseys, and one team is now like the other. So Wicklow are now playing the way Offaly did in normal time. And this is good. They've got it forward to Renahan. Faced up, but gives it back to number 27. Is it? Yeah, 27. And she lashes it, but lashes it wide. And the 27 is Millie Phelan. Another from St. Patrick's. So after those two scores right at the start of extra time, we haven't had any, but it's still really Wicklow knocking on the door. And that's a free that they have drawn, and there'll be a tick for that, no doubt. And it's McGettigan, of course, coming over to take it. Yeah, maybe the Offaly number 18 Lions. Was she sin-binned? I don't think so. I think she was taken off. Would make sense, but I think it's a different game in extra time. But anyway, let's go back to the play. This is McGettigan again. Faced up by two players though, and that was good defending, and it's going to be a free out as well. Caitlin Flynn did well. Just going to your YouTube messages, because obviously there was a lot of drama there to talk about. Mary Evans says, come on, Offaly. So that's on YouTube, but also on Facebook, free to watch. And you cannot say that you have not been entertained for free this afternoon. These two teams battling and battling all afternoon and still battling. And we are now into extra time. The pace has gone out of it a little bit. Here is Lyons, who's come back into the play. What can she do? Second chance for her as well, because all the way back just calms it all down. 7.5 minutes into the first period of extra time, and this is Phelan, Anya Phelan, coming forward, doing well, and doesn't get the decision. Referee says play on, no foul there. So it remains 3-9 to 3-7. Well, pick the bones out of this one. 6 goals, 16 points, and it's Niamh O'Brien for Wicklow. As good a game you'll see in terms of drama and entertainment anywhere. Nice little bit of play by Saoirse O'Reilly, and the tackle by Doyle was a little bit high. So she's penalised, and Wicklow very happy to take the free and slow it all down. O'Reilly will take it, and she will go back, because Evans knew to go back to that position and just give it to her again, and they're just being smart. Game management, I think it's called these days. She rolls it to her captain, Sarah Jane Winders. Well, I'm sure they can't believe they've been thrown a lifeline, but that's exactly what they got. This is Cullen. Niamh Cullen. O'Reilly's there again if needed, but Dowling takes it up. Helena Dowling, another of the players from 2021 that won the All-Ireland in Croke Park. It's one back for Offaly though. Well, Offaly haven't scored in extra time, but they are battling to stay alive. And the way they played today, it'll be cruel on them if they lose, but they're not finished yet. This is Glacken as the sun comes out. Grey skies, blue skies, one team winning, the other team winning, sin bins, lots of goals, lots of drama, extra time. You've got everything. Chance here for Cara Daly to go forward, or at least keep possession for her team, but Wicklow have set out their stall there and they give it to Mar, and she tries to be the runner and burst through, and she does, and now it's Lyons. This is good play, and they get it back again to the 27. That's Daly, but it breaks down, and Winders gratefully gets possession for Wicklow, and they now seem to be doing what we expected them to do from the start. And with 20 seconds to go in the first period of extra time, Dunn is fouled but is given the leeway by the referee, and now it's McGettigan, and it's Wicklow going forward again. There's a point on here. She might even want a goal. She tried to create a goal. She doesn't. And Offaly survive. Well, a goal there might have meant the end for Offaly, even though there's a whole period of extra time to go. That would have been tough on them, but they've got possession, and we are into added time at the end of the first period of extra time. 2 points in it. This is good determined play by Grania Foy for Offaly. Well, they've really put pride back in the jersey today after 11 straight defeats. They were so close, but Wicklow have stayed alive. Gutland gets it forward. Is there a score right at the end of the half? No, that is the end of the first period of extra time, and it's Wicklow with a 2-point lead. Just 2 scores in that period, and they were in the first couple of minutes. So it's Wicklow with the lead, but Offaly very much still in it. There were signs there. You could see in the last few minutes that they still are dangerous. And Wicklow, well, they still have it all to do. They have the lead as we watch a great point from Gorman. That set them on their way. And then the second score just gives them a little bit of comfort there. It was Dunn feeding it through. And Sarah Evans. And she's now a contender for player of the match for me. I'd be interested to hear from you who you think is player of the match as we're going into the last period. Lots of heroes out there today, and I use that word advisedly. I think there should only be a couple of minutes here before we continue. Actually, it doesn't look like it. It might be more the way we're going. So you know what? We'll take a break for a couple of minutes and we'll just get our breath. got clarification on what we were talking about during the first period of extra time there, and the number 18 who came on, she was just a sub, but the players who were sin-binned in the normal time, they weren't allowed to come back on, but they were allowed a sub to replace those who were back to 15 each. So that kind of explains it for you now. Sorry, I didn't quite know that, but it is quite complicated, but it kind of makes sense when you think about it now. So that is exactly what happened. You are up to date, and we are in now for the second period of extra time. Wicklow in the white against Offaly. A thrilling game for the second week in a row on the live streams. We had Fermanagh Tyrone last week, was a cracking match, went to extra time, and we've gone to extra time again. I was going to say you're getting your money's worth, but you're not paying for this. It's free, which is terrific. Brilliant to be able to make these games available to you at this level as well. We've me Tipperary later on TG4 in the Senior Championship quarterfinals, of course, as the 3 games were yesterday as well. But brilliant to showcase these girls at this level. And Jane Maher is one of those stars today, and she's still pushing for her team and pressing for her team. They have given everything today. They have given just as much as senior players do, and it's great to be able to show them on the live streams, and especially on a day like this when it's all about who stays up. It's decision day. It's been an absolute thrilling afternoon to be here in Carlow for this game. It certainly deserves to be live streamed, and it is, so we hope you're enjoying it. I've left a message there to ask for your contenders for player of the match, or who do you think's going to win it now. Coming forward, this is Elizabeth Burke, and remember, I think she was yellow carded earlier, so she is now back in the play. And is she fouled? Though she touches it on the ground, and it's a free out. It's a free out for Offaly. Well, this game very much still in the melting pot, but Offaly have not scored for, dare I say it, an awful long time. They haven't scored in extra time. Oh, and there's number 2, Nicole Buckley, coming again to win that ball, and off she goes. She is the spirit of this team. She is the heart of this team, and she does not deserve to lose today. She has given everything, and she's still going forward, and she's using her head as well. She's not just battling or bombing it forward. Now she comes forward herself, and she is battling, and she has been in the wars, and that's fantastic play by her. A little cameo there by Nicole Buckley from the Niamh Kieran club, summing up the attitude of Offaly today. So Offaly haven't scored in extra time, and I can't remember that. Or maybe their last score was a free by Doyle, and then she missed the free to go 4 up. She got a free to go 3 up. That was the last score a long time ago. But now it's Hand, and Emma Hand goes herself. Oh, and it's blocked. It's blocked by the captain, Sarah Jane Winders. The captain gets in the way, and then it goes. I think it's going to be a free in. But yeah, a goal there would have put Offaly 1 up, but Sarah Jane came to the rescue. Free for Offaly to make it a 1-point game and just add to the drama. It's Doyle. She likes to put them down. She's been very accurate all day, and you cannot criticise her. She scored 3 goals. She scored points off the ground like this, and she scores again. But that one at the end of normal time would put her team 4 up. It was a bit too far out, and she gave it a little bit more power, but then lost the accuracy. That's how close these games are. They're on a knife edge. But it's Offaly's first score in a long time. It gets it back to a 1-point game. The kick out's important, and it's going to be one for Offaly, and it is Cara Daly. Showed courage, and she lays it off to Lyons, who's also come on as a sub after playing earlier in the game. It's hard to keep track of everything the way this game has gone, but it's Offaly in possession now, pressing for an equaliser. They've got plenty of time. This is Lyons again, looking to find a way through. 14 Wicklow players are back there. Offaly need to be smart. They need to be patient. They can't just bomb it in there, but Wicklow have it back, and they might break here. There's a load of room in front of Niamh O'Brien. Off stays in the melting pot. They get it to Marie Byrne. She feeds it forward to Mar. There's tired legs out there, but is there one last push in it for Offaly? 5.5 minutes to go in the second period of normal, or rather of extra time. There's nothing normal about this game now. It is an absolutely abnormal day, a thriller. We didn't really expect much at the start, to be honest. Here comes Doyle though. I thought Wicklow might win this fairly handy, looking at the track record and the way the games had gone. I was wrong. So a chance. Is she going to put it down again? She might take it out of her hands. She will take it out of her hands this time. It's Doyle looking to get Offaly back on level terms with 5 minutes to go. She's the hat-trick hero. She scored 3 goals, but a point now would be priceless. 5 minutes to go in extra time. Has she got it? It's gone to the right, I think. Is it inside? It's just outside the post. Fine margins. And Wicklow keep their 1 point lead, 3-9-3-8, but still all to play for, an Offaly knocking on the door. Wicklow sitting in and looking to hit them on the break, but they've had a goal chance, well, half a goal chance when Winders blocked it a few minutes ago. The press is on from the kick out. Oh, it's a brilliant kick out though. Really, really good to get possession. It was pinpoint and gives Wicklow a chance to breathe. Maeve Core does well. Now they get the ball forward, and look who's there in a lot of room. It's Helena Dowling from Balto, from Baltinglass in Wicklow. Proud ladies Gaelic football county. So nearly gone back down to junior. Now they're on the verge of staying up if they can just see out the last few minutes and maybe get another score here. Well, he's got advantage, and indeed it will come back now for a free, and this is a good position for Wicklow to be in. Credit to the goalkeeper for the kick out, Ellen Griffin, to set them on this attack. And now McGettigan delivered with the goal, the last gasp goal, and now a point to make it a 2-point game and just give a little bit of breathing space and put more pressure on Offaly. I think it's good. It is good, and Sinead McGettigan steps up again for Wicklow. So 2 in it. The sun comes out. 3 minutes to go. Can Offaly respond? It looks now like they need a goal. They go short to Daly. They get all important possession, but look at the press from Wicklow. Daly does brilliantly. She kept cool in there. Gets it to Phelan, but can they break the press? Offaly, that's what it's about now. It's Daly again. They need to get up the field, but Wicklow were pressing them really, really high. But there's a lot of room if they can get over this press and get him behind. And that's what they're doing. It's Caitlin Flynn. That's a brilliant break by her. And she gets it forward to Emma Hand. I'm thinking a goal or nothing at this stage. And it's Flynn again. She's still going, and she leaves it off. And unbelievably, it's Buckley who's up there. Are they going to get a goal right at the end? Surely not. Oh, it's blocked. Wicklow have somehow kept it out, but Hand is still there. Real drama at the end of extra time. What a day this has been, and there's still a chance there because Doyle is there, but the goalkeeper comes to the rescue. It's Ellen Griffin, and Wicklow survive. Unbelievable drama. The goalkeeper does well. The captain is on her knees in the goal area. That sums it all up, but now Wicklow have a chance to come up the field and maybe even finish the job. We're in the last 2 minutes, and it's Burke. Loads of room because the Wicklow players are storming up the field and awfully time to go, and then whatever has to be added on. And Offaly really need to come out and try and win this ball back. I know it's easier said than done, especially when the likes of Renahan just boots the ball over to this side and they're letting the ball do the work. But is that going to be intercepted? It's not. Wicklow keep possession still, and Niamh O'Brien, what a game she has had as well. And she is surely fouled, and she is. And a little bit of frustration there from Offaly, but that plays into Wicklow's hands. As you see the scoreboard there, 3-11 to 3-8. And they are not in a hurry at all. And only another incredible piece of drama is going to save Offaly now, but it does not look likely. McGettigan. She will take her time, and I don't think she'll be going for a score here, is she? Well, she looks like she might be, actually. Yeah, she's going to have a go. Well, it would certainly finish the job. What a monster of an effort if this goes over. Surely not. No, it's gone to the left. It's gone wide. Well, it means that the ball has gone dead, but it means that Offaly have a kick out. It means Offaly have possession. We are in added time. And surprisingly enough, Offaly looking to make another substitution. There's no time, it's all over, and over to the side. The Wicklow management celebrate. Their Tyrone manager Brian McSorley cannot believe it. They got out of jail today. They were thrown a lifeline with McGettigan's goal right at the end, and they are delighted. They have won this, and they will play TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate football next year in the championship. And poor Offaly, you have to feel for them. That is their 12th defeat maybe in a row, and they will stay, or they will go down rather, to the junior championship despite the most courageous of efforts today. Unbelievable. But there's the hero, McGettigan, who got her hands to the high ball that was played in by Lucy Dunn. Two of the stars from the 2021 team, and they delivered again to keep their team in Intermediate to retain that status. And here we watch some of the drama, some of the fantastic scores in the game, and there were fantastic scores and great individual moments as well. And that battle for possession won by Nicole Buckley. She gave everything today, and she will not be happy at all about the way the game has gone in the end, but she certainly gave everything to the cause, and Wicklow have come good in the end. This was the goal that kept them alive. 3 points down, 70th minute, last seconds, last chance. They got the goal and then saw it out in extra time, although Offaly put it up to them as well. And there are the scenes of Wicklow celebrations and Offaly disappointment. Abby Stafford there, and good sportsmanship by the Offaly players to go over and congratulate Wicklow on their victory, even though they were so close themselves to victory. They thought they'd done everything after 11 straight defeats going back just over a full year, and Offaly now will go into 2025 still not having won a game since June the 30th 2024. But boy, they deserved more today. But football can be cruel, and that was cruel today on Offaly. But it's Wicklow, as you see in that group. They have won this today. It's been a fantastic performance by them in the end to see it out, and they are absolutely delighted. We congratulate them. We'll go and get a few interviews with them and put them up on social media, but for now we hope you've enjoyed. They are absolutely delighted. We congratulate them. We'll go and get a few interviews with them and put them up on social media, but for now we hope you've enjoyed the coverage and the bonus talks. They, I'm sure, are just mighty relieved. From Carlow, it's goodbye.